Hey, good morning. Welcome to Hobby Evolution, episode 1652. So this is Christmas Eve. Good morning. It's Wednesday, which I'm confused because it's not trash day. Trash day was yesterday because they bumped it up. This is the first time I think our trash day has been bumped for a holiday. In today's Christmas Eve, I would think they would be collecting trash on Christmas Eve. Like Christmas Day, I'm sure now that I think about it, I'm sure I've lived here 10 years, 11 years. I'm sure I've been bumped because Christmas has fallen on a Wednesday at some point in the last 10 years. But I feel like it's a rarity. But to be bumped on Christmas Eve, I don't remember that ever happening. But anyway, it did. And now I'm confused. Today is Wednesday. The trash has already been taken out because it was yesterday. Tomorrow is Christmas, which Christmas in the middle of the week always screws me up too, even though I work in my basement. We've got the Madison Card Show this Saturday, Alliant Energy Center. Free parking. I don't know if I mentioned this. Parking is free this month. I am paying for your parking. Merry Christmas. Just give me some grace and don't bitch about it in January. I might pay it in January too, just to make it easy. We'll see. No promises. So Madison Card Show this Saturday, free parking, $5 admission, 250 tables. We're sold out. 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. I'm going to be looking. I still haven't received a shipping notification from the first auction. I'm not even going to mention names. I'm starting to get a little concerned. It was their first auction. Hopefully they get their shit shipped. So I'm going to be buying a lot this weekend. I'm going to be buying a lot on Saturday at the show. I do have, and I didn't forget. I just chose not to list. So I had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Maybe I only have 7. So right now I have 7 items, $100 and up, that I'll be running on Sunday night. 40 auctions, the top 40. So I'm looking to source over $3,000 worth of stuff this weekend. I've already sourced that, but we'll do another top 40 if my other auction winnings ever show up. So this Saturday, Madison Card Show, looking forward to it. Tables for dealers for January have gone. I opened that up last night. You have until Friday, January 2nd to rebook. If you don't rebook by Friday, January 2nd, you lose your table and it goes into the waiting list, and public can pick it out and buy it starting Monday, January 5th. And the January show is the 24th, Alliant Energy Center also. And February is also at the Alliant. March, we'll just do a Pokemon show at the hotel. April will be the 2-day show, sports, and a little bit of Pokemon on Saturday, Pokemon only on Sunday. So that's it's March. It's the last Sunday in March is the Pokemon show at the hotel. The last Saturday and Sunday in April is the hotel show. So yeah, Madison Card Show. It doesn't feel like Christmas Eve. It doesn't feel like Christmas Eve. It's kind of, although it is kind of cold today. It is cold right now. 28. It felt colder when I took Ernie out to go potty this morning. But most of the snow has melted. We had like 1.5 feet of snow on the ground. That is all melted. Although I think we're supposed to get a storm next week at some point. I think like maybe a New Year's storm or something. I don't know. I just saw, and it could have been one of those doom forecasters as well. You know, they look at like a month out and they're like, we're going to get 3 feet of snow next week or next month. It's like, no, we're not. No, actually, it looks like it's going to be this is this week. All right. So this week we got the 40s. Saturday for the Madison Card Show. Perfect. No precipitation, a high of 42, just what we want. And then it does look like next week, maybe Wednesday, Ooh, and then it's going to drop down. We got lows at the 0 and 2 next week. So there we go. It's January. I expect we'll get a blizzard in the middle of January during Cubs convention. I think this morning I'm going to I really got to hunker down and get those Cubs for Kids packs and just stuff ready, because we are now like 3 weeks away. So yeah, about 3 weeks, a little over 3 weeks away from Cubs convention. I still got to get my shit figured out for streaming. It's I think not doing a live stream last night, like I can't turn my brain off now at night. It used to be I'd fall asleep on the couch at 8:30 and get a nice 14 hours of sleep every night. Okay, I'm exaggerating on that. Now that I do lives, like most nights, I do lives, maybe 5 nights a week. Yeah, about 5 nights a week, Wednesday through Sunday, typically. And I'm up till I'm usually streaming until midnight. And so now when I don't have a live on a Monday and Tuesday, it's like I'm up until midnight. That's just it's my new schedule. So last night we binged King of Collectibles on Netflix. Golden, awesome show as always. It's enjoyable each season. We watched the entire season last night. We get to the last episode and don't realize it's the last episode. And I thought we were like halfway through. My wife's like, "Is this the last episode?" And I'm like, "Oh shit. Yeah, we just binged the whole season." So I did not get, I was planning last night, because usually we just watch like just random stuff that I don't pay attention to. And so I was going to bring some Cubs upstairs and sit at the dining room table and put some Cubs packs together. But then my wife's on Netflix and she's like, "Is this the new one?" And I'm like, "Oh, that is. Yeah, it's December 23rd is when it came out." So we ended up watching King of Collectibles. Good stuff. But I didn't get anything done last night. So then I'm probably like, I'm laying in bed and I'm tossing and turning and I'm thinking about eBay Live. I'm thinking about Cubs convention. I'm thinking about the Madison Card Show. And I've got all these things swimming in my head. And I'm like, my wife was up reading still. And I'm like, I can't turn my brain off. And she's like, "Well, read a book." I'm like, ah. She's like, "You have like 50 books in your nightstand." I'm like, "I know." So I pulled a book out. I don't even know which ones I've read. Some of them I've read. Some of them I've read like 50 pages and then I get ADD and stop. I'm like, I'm not interested anymore. And it did put me to sleep. I grabbed, I think it's called Contagious. And it's basically, it's a book about, I think, like going viral and stuff like that. So I read like 5 pages and I'm like, "Oh, I'm tired now." It worked. It worked better than melatonin or something, or chamomile tea. So I'm surprised I got up early. I got up early, and then I think Ernie got up, and then Ernie wanted to go potty, and I'm like, might as well get up and tackle the day. I've got an eBay live stream tonight. I'm gonna go live at 7 Central. There's only 3 of us in prime time tonight. Now, also, it's Christmas Eve. How many viewers will be there? But even if there's a fraction of what there usually is, they don't have much to choose from. Ha, suckers, you got to watch my stream or Steve and Nick's stream or the other one. Hobbybox NY, I think, is the other stream. So only minimal competition tonight. I forgot to look to see what tomorrow night is on Christmas night. I think there's a little bit more. I think there's a few streams tomorrow night. There's actually quite a few eBay live streams today. There's one going right now in the sports section. Let's see. Which, by the way, the King of Collectibles, a lot of eBay Live talk on the show that was just released. So on the season that was just released. So that's awesome for eBay Live. Getting a lot of eyeballs and earballs about eBay Live. So there's actually quite a few streams during the day on Christmas Day. All right, so Crave Collect is going at 5 tomorrow. ComC is going at 5. ComC does not have a big audience. I like when I started, it's like, oh, don't schedule at the same time as ComC, and now it's like, fuck, I don't care. ComC doesn't take much viewership away. They usually have half the viewers I have. Steve and Nick are going at 6. Baseball Card Exchange is going on at 7. Where's my show at? Oh, that's December 26th. Oh, shit. Oh, even less okay, there's not as much Christmas Day. Okay, I skipped too far ahead. Okay, so here's December 24th. All right, so there's a 9 a.m. stream tomorrow on Christmas morning. Hobby Box NY is going on at 11. Prime Time's going on at 11 and 1. Stoner's going on at 4. Game Time going on at 6. Steve and Nick at 6. Hobby Box NY is at 7. I'm at 7. Wicked Discounts at 8:30. So that's it. So there's only one additional. Well, I get Game Time's on at 6 also. So 2 additional streams in prime time tomorrow as opposed to tonight. So hopefully, now again, who knows what the audience is going to be tonight and tomorrow night for Christmas Eve and Christmas night. But there's limited amounts for the people that will be jumping on eBay Live. There is limited options to watch streamers on eBay Live. So that's good. Maybe I can get rid of some of my just kind of bulk. I've got some slabs left, but basically everything I bought last week is sold. Like everything I bought 2 weeks ago from Craig and Jackson, this past weekend at Waukesha, like everything's gone. Everything, with the exception of maybe like a few random cards. I've sold everything. And Saturday I picked up the wrestling binders. I've only sold a few cards out of the wrestling binders. I bought 2 boxes of Cubs. Obviously, that's going to the Cubs convention. But everything else that I bought. And a couple slabs that I'll be running on Sunday night. So the bigger stuff. But other than that, like everything I bought is sold. That's the beauty of live selling. It's just boom out the door and on its way. So I picked up so I have the 7 there, plus I have a couple Mickey Mantles. I bought 11 Mickey Mantles from the collector investor auctions that ended like last Sunday. So I'm going to run, I think I'm going to run the 55 Bowman and maybe the 61 Tops on Sunday night. And then I'll keep, I'll probably run some of the lesser ones. There's like a game, 68 Tops game. There's like the Mantle, Aaron. There's a couple other like, under $100 basically cards. Although the Aaron Mantle is probably around that $100 price point, but I'll probably run 1 or 2 each night, tonight and tomorrow night, just to have something nicer to run. I've got the Tiger Woods rookie I can run either tonight or tomorrow night. Bunch of slabs, some Leaf 1 of 1s, maybe some of the like random sets I have sitting around, like the small sets. So eBay Live, check it out. Link for tonight's show in the description. My checking my numbers, we're really pushing 306% year over year growth. My volume's up 16% over last year. Average sales price is way up. So I'm kind of debating. There's a really big number I want to hit on eBay Live next year, and I'm running the numbers, and I'm pretty sure I can hit it. I haven't decided. I haven't been one to share like numbers on what I do. And I've never really done that ever. But I have about a week to decide if I'm going to do that and launch, this is my goal. Here's where I'm at with my goal. And I just don't know if I want to do that. But I might, because there's a really big number. And there's actually a kind of a another milestone number that I'd like to get to that is definitely based on what I've done this month. So I want to, just this month. And I want to see, because I expect growth. I expect to grow every month. I got more mail today. Good deal. Okay, so I got more inventory. Got another eBay shipment delivering today. So I just want to see what I've done this month so far. So through 24 days. Actually, we'll call it 23 days because we haven't finished today. Okay, so divided by 23. Multiply that out by 365. Okay, so the number I have in mind, if I do the same amount of what I've done in December, I would hit that goal plus. I would come just short of that secondary kind of, not really a stretch goal, but I guess we could call it a stretch goal. So that's kind of what I'm thinking, and I'm still like super optimistic about eBay Live and seeing so much promotion of eBay Live on King of Collectibles on Netflix. Like that got me like super stoked. So I'm excited to continue growing my business, growing eBay Live, and seeing what the future holds. So I'm still debating. Do I want to? Because I don't like talking like percentages. I can talk percentages because I could ask everybody in the chat, what do you think the percentage is on this? And there's going to be a different answer, and some are going to be way off, some are going to be pretty close. But when you start talking numbers, I don't want to be, I don't want it to sound like bragging. But then to some, it's not brag. Like to some, it's like, oh, that's all. Because I hear like there's a lot of resellers on YouTube that like talk about their numbers, and I see them on YouTube, and they're big influencers in the reselling. And when they say their numbers, I'm like, really? That's what you're doing reselling? Now they're probably making more money on content. And then there's another, group that would be like, oh, you're ripping people off and blah, blah, blah. And I mean, basically, you got to take all that with a grain of salt. Basically, like parking at the Alliant Energy Center, like just shut the fuck up. So I don't know. I think it would be good for engagement, and people love number chasing. People love like watching goals be reached, and it's just kind of that there's going to be fallout. And the bigger you grow, the more haters you're going to get, and that's okay. I'll just come here every morning and bitch about it. That's fine. That's what I do. It's what I've done for 5 years. So still debating on whether or not I do that. I think it would be good. Although then I would have to commit to like creating content, and I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. I just want to sell baseball cards. That's what I want to do. So maybe just fuck it. I'm just going to focus on selling baseball cards and not make a game out of it. Although creating content is kind of what led me to being recruited to eBay Live. So, and I am always looking for ways to increase my viewership and increase those numbers of buyers to my eBay store. Let's go to the chat. Gundy's in the house. Good morning. Jacob is here. He says his state is flooding. That's not good. Heather Taylor's in the house. Good morning. Chris is here. Good morning, fam. What's up, fam? Let's see. Joe is here. He says we need diversity. Red Light's in the house. Good morning. He says good morning to everyone. Cooter, good morning. Mark is in the house. Morning from snowy Maine. Need the sun in Florida. Snowy Maine. We've got, we did have the sun. The sun was peeking out. It was rising. It's kind of there. Snow is melting. Hey, I loved Maine in the summer. I probably wouldn't like it as much this time of year. Isaiah Snowball, what's going on? Grandma's Day says they have rotten egg farts. That's what happens when you have the oh man. I love me some Christmas deviled eggs. But yeah, you're going to get the rotten egg farts. You're going to get the rotten egg farts eating those deviled eggs. But hey, it's the cost of doing business. Bargain Boxers in the house. Merry Christmas, nerds. My wife mentioned we're watching King of Collectibles last night. And my wife goes, Ken Golden really thinks he's a lot cooler than he is. And I'm like, yeah, he does. She goes, why doesn't he just embrace the nerd? Like, I don't know, because he doesn't want to be a nerd. He wants to be the cool guy, and he's not. Like, just embrace the nerd. We collect baseball cards. We're fucking dorks. Like, it's the bottom line. Don't pretend to be Mr. Cool Guy Jock. Ken Golden. You're a dork. You're just like me. You're a dork. We like baseball cards. Mark says, why don't you sign some $20 bills, 1 of 1 of 5, and see if they auction at 30? Wouldn't that be funny? Wouldn't that be funny? Bargain Boxer says, my prediction is 500% next year on eBay Live. That would be really difficult because 500% over a big number is so that's why I can't, like, every day I can't say, oh, I'm growing 306% year over year, because I'm not going to grow 306% next year. If I did, I'd be really doing well. But it's probably going to be like 10% growth, which is kind of what businesses aspire, 10, 20% growth. You don't want to see that crazy growth. Because that means last year I didn't make shit. I'm seeing 306% growth because I didn't do that. And I did okay. It's not like I didn't, we paid the bills. But it's definitely a much different landscape now. Cooter says you can always speak in terms of the percentage of your goal. The world doesn't need to know. That's a good point. I have a goal and I'm at this much. Jody's in the house. Good morning and Merry Christmas Eve. Todd is here. Good morning. That dude from Duryea says, do you think you leave a ton of cash on the table dropping your other business model instead of integrating both? Oh, God, no. In fact, I'm making more money. Dropping my old business model because that was an absolute time suck. Pulling, packing, shipping, $1.50 cards, 99-cent cards, single order here, couple orders here. And actually, I started to hate the multi-orders. That was what I built my whole volume business on, was the multi-orders. And that's what I really hated, because it's like, well, you get 25% off and you're buying a whole bunch of $1.50 cards, and it takes me a half an hour to pull them all. And I had the most streamlined system, like, okay, here's the SKU, here's the card, here's the SKU, here's the card. It still takes a long time to pull those cards when you get a 100 card order. So no, I would say it's made me more money. It's helped me grow faster. And I will not be integrating both. Now, I still have buy it now listings in my eBay store, like 80. I'll be adding, I bought that huge lot of wrestling magazines. By the way, I have sold 2 already. I've listed maybe 20 at most. So that's a good sign. The first couple days, it's like, God, I haven't sold a mag. It's like, well, they're not as liquid as a Shohei Ohtani card. But I have moved some wrestling magazines. So, and there's some other stuff that, that doesn't do well on live, but right now, gosh, no, I'm sure, there's an opportunity cost for everything. And, the opportunity cost of having 60,000 listings was, now I'm spending a lot of time shipping $1.75 cards, where not only could I use that $1.75 card and in many instances sell it for $10 on eBay Live, but also I'm not, I'm making 30 cents, 40 cents on a single card sale. If that, maybe. Yeah, probably about that, 30, 40 cents, if it's $1.75. So yeah, I have zero regrets. In fact, I probably should have ended it sooner. I probably should have shut my Buy It Now store down a month or 2 earlier, and able to really grow. At that time, because there's in the month since there's been a lot more competition on eBay Live. Now it's still minuscule compared to Whatnot, but if I could have had an extra 1 or 2 live streams back in May, June, I could have grown that even further. Mark says your growth is more organic, more collector based. I think you see a lot of content on bigger cards where margins are razor thin in a hot potato market. That is true. That is true. And even in the vintage market where it's a collector focused, I see razor thin margins and even take losses on some stuff. But it's worth it because it does draw more eyeballs, different eyeballs. And sometimes if I spend $100 on a card and it sells for 80, it may have doubled my room. I might have went from 30 to 60 once that card hit the screen and people are scrolling through and like, oh, there's a Michael Jordan slab. That's cool. And I can run the next card I might have bought for $1 and it sells for 20. And I just made up that difference. And then the next card sells for 10 or whatever. And so I make my money on the dollar cards. But I've got to have the higher, and you can counter, well, why don't you just only run dollar cards? Because you've got to have a balance. And I'm not going to grow by not having, I've got a lot of people wanting vintage now. I got people wanting hockey and soccer and just throw that on and throw some bigger cards on there. Like Sunday night, I'm going to run, when I go through a dollar box, I'm hoping to 3x my spend. That's my hope, because I know some of it's going to sell for $1 on eBay Live, especially if I do a daytime show. But I know that some of these might sell for $20 or $50. I've had dollar cards sell for $50, $60, $70. So that's kind of like over a 500 card purchase. It's like, I want to triple my money and I want to net 1,500 on this. And that allows me to buy some Mickey Mantles and some higher end cards. I'm not going to sell a Mickey Mantle for $3. Like, there's going to be enough. May I lose money on it? Yes. But am I going to spend $100 on a Mickey Mantle and sell it for $4? No. And if I do, it's my own fault. It's if there's 4 people in the room on a Tuesday morning at 10 a.m. and I run a $100 Mickey Mantle card, that's on me. So you can control the narrative. Sometimes I can't. Topps Chrome singles sale. It's like, oh, fuck. Missed the boat. But I did make money on that. So unless my Cooper flag has buyer's remorse, then I'm fucked. All right. Where are we at? Jason's in the house. Happy holidays. Good morning. Cheers from Vermont. Collect what you love. Baseball cards are awesome. Agreed. That dude says that is 40-year-old thinking that we grew up with. Nerds are in style now. That is true. That is true. Because I remember, like, as a kid, I wanted in high school, and I think that's probably everybody's mindset. Like, you want to be the cool guy. And I would certainly wanted to be a cool guy in high school and college. And then I realized, and then once you become an adult, and then it just like, you can embrace the nerd. Where I get like probably 30, 40 years ago, like even adults, like, you got to be a man's man. You got to be a cool guy. It's like, fuck, get out of here. Zach, what's going on? Smash that like button, hit subscribe, and listen for hobby guidance. I missed it. Did you do a live stream with your auctions counting down? I know that is normal for Tuesday nights. Last night, I did not. I did not do a Tuesday night live. I did a Tuesday afternoon live stream. I usually take Tuesdays off. Usually Monday and Tuesday I take off. Usually I've been, my winter schedule, I'm kind of in a nice fluid routine now. Wednesday through Sunday. Now it's going to, the next couple of weeks are going to be a little, or 2 out of the next 3 or 4 weeks are going to be a little off because of the Madison Card Show this weekend, Cubs convention in a few weeks. I will be doing some streaming from Cubs convention. Fingers crossed. I can figure that shit out. So there you go. Orlando's in the house. Good morning. Merry Christmas to you. Found Treasures is here. Good morning. Zach says, you too, Orlando. Cooter says, Merry Christmas, Orlando. Zach says, Outliers. Tigers, Merry Christmas. Michael Renicke's in the house. He'll be set up at the Madison Card Show on Saturday. Good morning. Mark says, it's all about bringing eyeballs. Absolutely. Absolutely. And that's why I need to, actually, I should probably, I'm going to get that. I'm going to get my photos. That's my first order of business. Then I'll get the Cubs cards sorted today. TD Sports Cards. Merry Christmas Eve. Mark says, this is why I'm known to buy projects. It's the only way to get good margin when buying the bigger names. Heck yeah. I was actually shopping. I was looking for various auctions last night. I think I found a decent one, but it still has like 10 days. I'm impatient. Like, I don't want to look at an auction with like a week left or more, or even like 3 or 4 days, because I know there's going to be a lot of late action. And it's like, I don't want to put some bids in thinking I'm going to get a good deal, and then all of a sudden it goes for over comps and like, fuck it. Orlando says, who would have guessed this time last year that Bo would be an eBay Live sensation? This point last year, I was like, well, maybe I'll do Whatnot next year. Zach says, Bo, how quickly you forget. I'm talking about auctions in your store and you doing a YouTube live show. Oh, that's right. You can't even remember what happened in this calendar year. I don't even remember what I sold 2 days ago, let alone what I was doing last year. So yes, the Tuesday night. Yeah. YouTube live, counting down my auctions. Yeah. How quickly that was about this time last year. Cause I started doing auctions in like August, September of last year. I was doing some 7-day auctions. Then we started doing the countdown that Cooter actually recommended I do like 5 years ago. And then I finally started doing it last year. And now here we are on eBay Live. TD Sports Cards got my brother-in-law some 2025 Topps basketball. Cooper flag hunt engaged. Have fun. Love it. Your brand seems ready for bigger things. Recruit a team in 2026. I definitely need some help. I just don't. It's so hard. And it's like, what do I need them to do? Like, what's the most efficient way to go about it? Cooter says, now that you don't have the full store, it's time to sell all your bulk and focus on organizing the greatest Cubs collection. That's another thing that was going through my brain that wouldn't shut off last night, lying in bed, was I've got all these Cubs. And I think the idea was, the idea came from watching the Golden Touch last night, and I see the Pez. If anybody's watching, it just came out yesterday. But there's a guy that had like the world's best Pez collection, and it's like so neat and organized. And then there's a guy that had a freaking amazing Michael Jordan, LeBron James collection, and it's like you walk into my basement and where's your Cubs collection? And it looks like shit. I've got the showcase behind me, and then I've got a bunch of boxes. And it's like, and they're not organized, not even a little bit organized. So it's like, man, I like that was like, I would keep spreadsheets of every card that came in. And then that when 3,000 cards would come in, you get bogged down. So, but I would like to get rid of my bulk, my like storage unit stuff. I've got still a bunch of stuff in my storage room that has no use. And I'm finally coming to the realization that it's never gonna sell, because of what I'm doing. It's like, so, yeah, I do need to get that. And plus it would allow me a little more space in the storage room to actually begin a real nice, sorting area. That would be nice. Bronco is here. Good morning and Merry Christmas. See you Saturday. Bronco will be set up this Saturday at the Madison Card Show. Zach says, working for Bo would be like when Pam worked for Michael Scott's paper company in the office. Show up for work with no plan for the day and eating pancakes in a row. This is kind of, yeah. Like, what are we going to do today? I don't know. John is here. Golden is a douche. Don't enable his behavior. His show's great. I enjoy the show. Sell the million Cubs for $1 million. End of story. Oh, I would totally do that. I would totally do that. Yeah. I mean, yeah, you're selling 1984 Topps Fergie Jenkins for $1, but then you're also getting 1954 Topps Ernie Banks for $1 and a bunch of tobacco cards for $1. Pam was hot. Still is. I agree with both accounts there. Cooter says, don't wait 5 years to take that advice. 2026. I do. I have been making some steps forward on that. I'm a little bit organized now. You also enjoy wrestling. True. When they talk about low-hanging fruit, they are probably talking about you. Hey, I've sold 2 wrestling magazines already. That's a pretty good turnover. I think I've only got like 20 listed, if that. So 2 out of 20, and they've been listed for about 3 days. That's a pretty damn good turnover. Zach says, speaking of hot adults, where is Klein? Where's that hottie? That dude says, what is the value of the 1 million Cubs? Any idea? No, I don't have any idea. I'm trying to think of what my showcase behind me is worth. I don't even know, because I basically, when I buy a card, like I don't know comps. I don't look up when I bought, the Jimmy Ryan I bought, the Allen and Ginter PSA 5. I know I got a great deal on that. I don't even know. I don't even know if one sold, but I'm curious. What is one sold for? I know the Banks, the Banks was in a trade. But I got it when it was like not worth what it is now, Jimmy Ryan. And the Jimmy Ryan Ginter is probably not going to be something I find on eBay. Let's go back 3. See, this is when I would need like Card Ladder or something. Let's sort by highest. No, none have sold on eBay in the last 3 years. I wonder if I like Google it, or maybe this is something for ChatGPT. Oh, I could look at PSA. All right, prices. How can I search? Oh, Jimmy Ryan. Oh, wow. It's basically on the PSA, I think. I think it's the exact. So if I'm reading this right, the price of a PSA 5 Jimmy Ryan Ginter is $450, which is exactly what I paid for it. Let's see. What's the pop on that? Let's see. There's only 16 PSA 5s, and there's how many? Let's see. 9, 15. There's 16 higher. So there's 16 PSA 5s, and then there's 2 6s, 7 7s, 6 8s, and there's even a 9 in the Allen and Ginter Jimmy Ryan. So there you go. Where are we at? In wrestling magazines, low-hanging fruit is when the singlet is tight and the nuggets are low. Are the party line phone numbers in the Wrestling Mags still active? They might be. Maybe we can have a little Christmas fun. Hard to believe a collection with a top TWN RF isn't easily comped. Zach says, has Kyle Tucker signed or cured cancer yet? He's probably going to be Yankee, Dodger, probably one of those. What card? Oh, Jimmy Ryan or James Ryan, Allen and Ginter, 1888 Allen and Ginter. TD Sports Card says the Cubs are probably at a decent value with all the vintage, Sandberg rookies, autos, and everything like that. I do have a ton of autos, like thousands, like probably 10,000 at least. I probably have a few dozen Sandberg rookies. I'm trying to think of what else. A lot of vintage, a lot of pre-war. I bought a box. This was at a card show, and the box is somewhere with my Cubs boxes. It was a 4-row box of Cubs that included like a stack of Andre Dawson and Fergie Jenkins autographs, like on-card autos. I'm not, and they're legit. And I got it for a great deal. And I should probably pull those out because, those, I could probably get $20 a pop for those. And there's probably 25 between the two names. Do you not do a Secret Santa Lithos here? No live rip with hobby dwellers. No, we did not do a Couch People Christmas party this year. My Saturday nights are for eBay Live. I've abandoned you. I've abandoned you for eBay Live. Did you not do a Secret Santa teamed with a live show for hobby basement dwellers? We did not do a Secret Santa. TD Sports Card says you probably have a good amount of $5 to $10 rookies and autos is my guess. Oh, yeah. I don't even know, like when I organize my Cubs in one of the cabinets back here, that one there, that's got a lot of my like stuff that I've logged on trading card database and like the better stuff. One of the gray cabinets, the bottom one has like some autos and stuff that I just haven't cataloged yet. I've sold a few on eBay Live. I'll be taking some to Cubs Convention. Typing on a treadmill is tough. John says you're doing what we all supposedly despise, answering questions about what your shit is worth. That is true. That is true. What's your most expensive card? And it's like that. The thing when non-collectors ask that question is they think you're going to say like $3 million because they see all these news stories that a Mickey Mantle 52 tops just sold for 12 million and the Honus Wagner going to sell for 5 million, whatever. And so what's your most? I bet you've got one of those in your basement. You've got all those cards. And it's like, I've got all the 88 Donruss Mike Campbell's, rest in peace, he just passed away, that you could ever want. So yeah, so then when you tell them, well, I paid $450 for this Jimmy Ryan, and they're like, it's from 1888 and it's only $450. It's like, yeah, your cards, the cards you have in your basement, yeah, just think about what your cards are worth in your basement, the 89 tops, but they're sealed. They're probably all PSA 10. It's like, well, it's not how it works. Hobby flexing. John says, like when some rando comes to the house and asks what your most valuable card is or what your shit is worth. Yeah, and then they're disappointed when I tell them my 150-year-old card is worth $400. Zach says, very few of those autos have been authenticated, just saying. Very true. Sorry for my typing, trying to reacclimate to American English. As opposed to what type of English? Canadian English? Mark says, is it the wider card? I don't know. It's this card. 1888 N29 Allen and Ginter, James Ryan. It's got a nice back on it. Let's see. John says, Bo still behind me in TCDB Cubs, I think. Oh, I definitely am. I haven't logged a card on Trading Card Database in months. And I've logged like 10,000 of my cards. And SGC 1 did 400, the regular size card. Oh, wow. SGC 5.5, 780. Okay, so probably what, 700 for a PSA 5? That's a 5, right? Yeah, it's a 5. I paid $450 for mine. Can I still use the Card Dealer Pro promo code today and get my item by Christmas? It is a gift. You can certainly get your promo code. Promo code is Cubs. Where's my? Sometimes it pops up and sometimes it doesn't. Let's. It's Christmas Eve. Let's have a little fun. Let's do a little fun. Let's look at all the banners I have. This is the Name That Player's scoreboard. We haven't played in a month. We probably won't play Name That Player again because I don't like doing it. It had a good 3-year run. So there you go. That might be the last Name That Player leaderboard. There it is. There you go. Promo code Cubs. You'll get 500 free scans from Card Dealer Pro when you sign up. CardDealerPro.com. Check that out. Oh, look at this one. The Couch People Christmas Party is back. Mark your calendars for Saturday, December 16th at 7 p.m. Central. There you go. Let's see. We got a bargain box sale this Thursday. That's the YouTube. Looking for inventory to resell? Join this channel Thursday, February 8th, 7:30 Central. Flat rate boxes of baseball, football, basketball, and more will be sold live. That was fun. Where are we at? Next Madison Card Show is Saturday, November 30th at the Sheraton Hotel, John Nolan Drive. I think that was this most recent show. Tonight's eBay auctions can be accessed directly at 99centcards.com. So those, I think that was my, when I did my countdown. Yeah, this was the, what Zach was referring to earlier. Visit my eBay store. Oh, we got a 50 off under 20. By the way, that doesn't, that coupon code does not work. Shop my bulk overstop and dime boxes, my storage unit sale. I was going to have one of those every month. I did one on April 12th. That was the only sale I had. Let's see. Where are we at? Be right back. Making coffee. Going through some of my older, all right. So, little blast from the past there. Where are we at? Orlando says the Bo 1 of 1 Topps card is price. That's true. Can't sell that. Jimmy Chitwood, greater than Jimmy Ryan. Maybe Mark can come over for a play date. I wish he would. Bring some vintage. Yep, those are the comps. TD says, I'm just hoping that my boxes of 1991 Stadium Club doesn't stick together for life. Mark says, more registry set collectors. John says, is the Card Dealer Pro guy staring at the phone waiting for Nat to call? Lonely existence. Your lighting guy should be fired. Yeah, we have the sun. The sun is coming in. I had the blinds have been closed because of this. But I'm going to leave that damn blind open because the sun is shining. And I don't care how my lighting looks. Dat Dude says you could spin that game off to another network. Viewership seemed high for those episodes. Spin that game off. Oh. Zach says, Bo has been playing the long con, getting everyone sucked in so he can make accurate Chicago Bears predictions in the year 2025 of our Lord. Cooter says, no more name the player is the best news I have heard this year. John says, I came to eat crow over the Bears beating the Eagles. However, what? However, don't leave us hanging. Zach says, Klein's one life skill that doesn't include guessing ages at the mall. So there you go. It's not even 9 o'clock. Wow, we've been on an hour almost. I woke up early today. Unicorn Cupcake is here. I am also eating crow as well about the 11 wins. Enjoy it. Feast. The feast, baby. All right. So that's about what I had for today. I'm going to go live tonight, Christmas Eve, 7 o'clock Central on eBay Live. There's not much to choose from. Limited competition tonight. Tonight, 7 o'clock Central, eBay Live. I'll be live Christmas night as well. Tomorrow night, 7 o'clock Central. I'm taking Friday and Saturday off. Saturday is the Madison Card Show at the Alliant Energy Center. Free parking. Merry Christmas from me. I am paying your damn parking. So parking is free this Saturday at the Madison Card Show. Admission $5. Sunday night, I'm doing the top 40 auction on eBay Live. 40 cards, all $100 and up cards. Sunday night, 8 o'clock Central. I think we're going out to dinner Sunday night. So hopefully I'm home by 8. We're doing the old people time. I think we're going to dinner like 5:30. So 8 o'clock Sunday night, top 40. I'm going to have, so here's a sneak peek. I'm going to have an Oscar Robertson autograph on Sunday night. I'm going to have a Ken Griffey Jr. 89 Upper Deck, PSA 7. I've got a Kobe Bryant Topps rookie, PSA 9. I got a Wemby PSA 10 Prism rookie. We got the Alexa Bliss Prism autograph. We got the orange cracked ice Caitlin Clark rookie in a Beckett 9. And I've got a 54 Topps Ted Williams SGC 1. Oh, I've got the Jackie Robinson. I'm going to run that. And I thought there was one other card in my, I think the Eddie Murray O-Pee-Chee, PSA 8, I think. PSA 8? 7 or 8. O-Pee-Chee rookie. So we're going to run that on Sunday night. Zach says, I live in Wisconsin, eating crap for years after Bear losses. I can tell you this Packer loss hit different here. I've had people mad at me for not doing anything. This one stung. TD Sports Card says, do you know how many times I was second on Name That Player? Sucks when you didn't take a typing class in junior high. I only subscribe to the Juice calendar. It's year 1013. Does Ernie get a Christmas present tomorrow? I would imagine. It's tough, though, because he destroys everything. He is a destroyer. So we've got to be like cognizant of what types of toys he gets, because he will shred them apart. We don't want him swallowing freaking glass eyeballs or something. So we got to be careful with what we give him. He is a little destroyer. Cooter says, no Orlando, but Mama Cubs does. Yeah, I got my wife a gift. Sorry, year 113, Juice. Any more female Libyan bodyguard cards? I'm still hoarding Bowman U long play. You should have sold what I sold. Got out. Great hobby trend resurfacing. People wanting to trade you their old top loaders for cardboard goodness. The old top loaders are a good sell at card shows. People will buy used top loaders. I've got a whole bunch. I use them for shipping, but I've got a whole bunch of them. Get Ernie an 8-inch cannonball. He'll be good. Teeth won't be sharp anymore. Bo wraps his low-hanging fruit in a bow. Zach is hoarding quality Wisconsin homesteads as well. All right. So I'm going to go. I'm going to get some of this stuff listed in my eBay store for Sunday night sale. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. Join me tonight, Christmas Eve, 7 o'clock Central for eBay Live. Otherwise, we're not doing anything. We don't have anybody coming over for Christmas, so I'll probably do a Christmas morning show tomorrow. We'll see. So have a wonderful day. Merry Christmas. See you tonight on eBay Live.